Phone died last night, so I didn't have an alarm. I woke up late. So I actually got a like proper amount of sleep, yet I feel the most tired I have in a while. I don't know what's wrong with me. I got a headache, I got a sandwich. I'm gonna eat and hope that makes things better so we can start the video with a little more energy than this. Alberto already got the trans finished before he even showed up at the warehouse. Shifter feels way better without all the play, but if you hear it does have a little bit of a whine compared to the old trans. But in gear, it has very little play compared to before, so it'll be interesting to see how it shifts. The whine kind of sounds cool. Shifts way nicer for sure. I'm gonna take some time and clean up the wiring in the trunk for the underglow stuff. Just kind of chilling, chugging along. Alberto's doing some preventative RB maintenance, just changing out the plugs for me real quick. This whole coil pack situation makes changing plugs a super pain on the car, but Alberto's gotten pretty good at it. He can do it pretty quick. Drive it up, you're good. Weather related. I think something that was maybe pulling timing on the tune isn't pulling timing. Maybe I had bad gas in the car before. I don't know if you guys could tell by the speedometer. It is pulling so unbelievably hard. Like, the car is a handful right now. The way that third gear hits is unreal. I really want to get this car on the drag strip because I think it's going to really trap at a high speed. Holy crap, this thing's fast. That's wild. I kind of been having a hard time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I feel like we've had a decent amount of stuff going on, so it doesn't really become that apparent. But this past week, or honestly these past 2 weeks, having the shop and not really working out of my garage and working there has been kind of cool because it's been more like a real job in the sense that it actually gets me out of the house every single day, which has been cool, but also sometimes stressful when I don't get out of the house at a decent time. But it's kind of put me in a weird funk because between being hurt and then going over there and me just not really like treating it like I did here with filming, it's been kind of a challenge, and I'm just kind of at like this weird transitional phase where I'm having a hard time content wise in order to like really figure out what I want to film and planning it, because I just go over there and I get caught up with like cleaning and organizing because of the open house coming up and planning all that stuff, and honestly just delegating and making sure that everyone has something they're doing and everything's going on, that I feel like I've kind of dropped the ball in regards to being the YouTuber that I want to be. So just kind of explaining where I'm at more than anything. So if you guys have kind of seen that general trend, it's not something that I'm trying to keep doing, it's just kind of where I'm at right now. And I'll continue to work on it, and hopefully as we get that space nicer and as I get a little bit more comfortable with it and how to kind of manage my time in regards to my days and my sleep schedule, I'll be able to stay on top of it a little bit better, but I don't know. As I kind of mentioned, that day was kind of like a little bit of a weird funk, and I wound up hanging up at Matt's house. He had like a little bonfire later that evening and didn't really film as much as I would have liked to, hence why at this point if I ended the video it would have been about 4 minutes. And I asked you guys on Twitter what you wanted to see, if you wanted me to just upload the video short or add more to the end. And other than simulator stuff, which I would love to do right now, but I don't have time because my friend Adam from the UK is coming over and we're gonna go drift together, and he'll be here any minute now. I don't have time to set up the simulator and go like do stuff with that, which I do want to do that at the end of the video soon. So I've been listening to your comments. I hear them. But anyway, one thing you guys wanted to hear was a quick update on all the cars. So I made a quick list. If you remember, I mentioned that my goal for the end of the year, kind of the open house, was to get all the cars sorted and looking good. So all working, all looking good for basically the open house and to start the new year fresh. So I'll run through the list of kind of what I have and what's left to do. Skyline is pretty much sorted. The only thing left to do on that car, I want to redo one of the upper coolant, I believe it's a feed line that like runs over the top of the turbo that gets cooked at events. So I want to basically modify that and either do a hard line or run it in a different way. In addition to that, that car stays very cool, but on grid it doesn't cool down. So I want to figure out if we can put like a pusher fan so when the car is sitting still, it can still cool down. But other than that, that car is like pretty sorted right now. It runs great. Maybe dial in the tune a little bit so it starts a little bit easier on E85, but I would also like to do a black headliner in that car. I don't like the old crusty stain looking headliner. So if you guys know any good like upholstery people or whoever I would take that to in Orlando, that would be tight, because that's something I would definitely like to do to that car and maybe some other cars if it's not too expensive. All right, so that's the Skyline. S13, as you guys know, has all the body kit stuff now on it. Randy's finishing fitting it up. Goal is to have that car repainted for the open house, same color, just new paint basically on the sides of the car. Top will stay the same, and then Randy will probably just blend in the sides. And the cool thing is, now that I have wide fenders, I can fit wider wheels on that car. So I do have a new set of wheels coming in for that car. And I also ordered ARP studs, so I can get like the nice easy start studs with a bunch of different spacer combos. So if I'm switching wheels out, I'm not like messing with bolt-on spacers and stuff, and just nice hub-centric slip-on spacers. So it's gonna be exciting to see how that car feels with the drop knuckles. I'll need to get an alignment too. But being able to fit like super wide tires on that car, like having a super light S chassis with a lot of grip, it's gonna be like my S15, but a little bit less on steroids. Nicole's S13, Randy's pretty much ready to spray that car, so that car will have new paint on it. And yeah, S15, Injuku's all done, fixing up a couple minor things from the last testing day, so we'll probably be doing a testing day sometime this week with all the body panels on it, so it will look much cooler, and hopefully we can get that car super shaken down and ready to actually start taking it into events and really start like getting comfortable in the car. Evo is up in Connecticut. It has a bad starter, if you guys remember. I think Tommy's gonna change the starter for me because Jamie's coming out to help him with something, and Jamie's gonna dial on the cold start on that car a little bit better too, because it struggles to start. Other than that, I did order a bunch of random stuff for the Evo when there was a sale on Black Friday on Right Hand Drive Japan. So next time I go up to Connecticut, there's a ton of Evo stuff that I have to put on that car. 350Z, pretty sorted, it's a Z. The only things I can think of with that car that it needs are, I need to put the rear bumper back on, and I'm missing like some of my trunk stuff. I think we might have accidentally thrown it out. I need like the foam pieces and all the insulation stuff so it doesn't sound super rattly. I know a lot of people take that stuff out for like weight or whatever, but usually my cars I like to leave as much sound deadening and stuff as I can, because the rattling stuff is just kind of annoying and you don't notice the difference with weight. If anything, I like more weight in the rear because it's more grip. BMW is pretty sorted. I've been driving it around. It's working really well now. The new alignment's good. The new tires grip really hard. The new trans mounts make it really enjoyable to drive. The only thing that I think that that car really needs at this point are like new O2 sensors, and there's something else maybe funny going on with it. What? Let me think. I don't know. It's pretty like dialed right now. I think down the road I might want to go to a Garrett turbo and make an extra 100 horsepower, because why not? But yeah, I've been really enjoying that car, and it's fast, it sounds cool. I think because it's not really my daily anymore, I guess I kind of have been driving around as a daily. I don't know what car's gonna be my daily, but I kind of want that car louder. It sounds great, but it's so fast and so quiet that it like throws me off, where I feel like it would be cool if at least I had to like a straight pipe with a resonator or something, because that single turbo quiets it down so much anyway that it wouldn't be that loud. All right. Oh, I also want to move the oil cooler on that car, because the oil cooler is like right in front of the intercooler, which I feel like isn't the best place for it. So I might want to like make a bracket and like move it over into one of the brake duct areas. Sounds like a lot of stuff that I'm listing, but it's really not that much. It's like, compared to how long this list was like a month ago, we're getting down to like the nothing, the like bare minimum of stuff. Mustang's pretty sorted. That car's been running really great. It loves the Ignite oxygenated fuel. I
I don't know if that tune compensates for it or not, so I should probably get that car on a dyno and monitor it a little bit. But it loves the Ignite. Like, I feel like I had to have picked up an extra 20 horsepower with the added oxygen in the fuel, so that's sick. But what I do want to do when Taylor and Tommy have their little Miata grudge battle, I want to drive the Mustang in it. So I got some camber plates and lowering springs for the Mustang. Ford Performance makes lowering springs so you can still retain the MagneRide suspension, which is really good on those cars. It only drops the car like maybe half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, but it just makes it a little bit stiffer. And then I got camber plates so I can actually get a good track alignment and make that car not understeery. So that's pretty exciting. I also got a like a oil to air separator, catch can, whatever you want to call it, for that car, because that's just like a good thing to do. But other than that, don't really plan on doing much else with the Mustang, just kind of leaving it as a stock and reliable car, seeing as all my other ones like to break. Truck is going back to stock. I'm taking off the stuff that I put on it. I wonder why. I wonder why I would put a truck back to stock. That's weird. Yeah. And then the only other thing that I have to update you guys on really would be my secret build, or secret car I should say, that's not really even a build at this point. Basically I'm just waiting on parts. When I show you guys that car, I want to be able to just like jump right into it head first and start making videos and content on it, rather than be like, yo, here's a sick new car, let's get all hyped about it, then not make any videos on it for 2 months. So that maybe you guys could expect towards the end of December or the beginning of January. I don't really know. I don't really have a timeline or a plan for it. Maybe it could be a Christmas surprise. We can act like it's my Christmas gift to myself. That would be pretty cool. But I don't know. I guess that's it. I'm probably forgetting some stuff. But all the cars are like getting there. You know, I'm pretty excited to see all the cars next to each other at the open house, all looking nice, all in good working order. Okay, for the S15, one of the things that's preventing us from testing right now is the fact that I don't have tires or wheels for it right now. But I can confirm that there is 14 really special wheels being made for the S15. So that's exciting. I don't know if you guys can have any guesses, but that's basically how many you need, like a minimum of 14. 4 fronts, so you have like 2 to change, just in case you need to change them in the event, and then 10 rears. And that's still like on the lower side, but these wheels are nice. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know, got a new look for the S13 with the new wheels come in, and I don't know, it's gonna be really cool. I'm excited to drive the cars. I'm excited to have everyone in town for the open house and to, you know, take them to tracks and hopefully make a rad experience for everyone. Hopefully help all the different people with YouTube channels get rad content while they're in Florida. I know it can be difficult when you're traveling and you're with a lot of other YouTubers because everyone's trying to film the same stuff. So I'm working really hard for these guys to make sure that they have good content and I have fun stuff lined up for them the whole time. Because I really do want this to be like an awesome experience for you guys that come to the open house, for all of them that come down, and obviously I want to have fun too. So anyway, there's our little brief update. I guess that'll probably like turn into the main content of this video other than my few random clips. But tomorrow we are going to the track, so that should be fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow.